In today's market, you can make the uncertain certain because it's never about if it's the right time, it's always about when is the right time. Whether you're selling a home or buying a home, you need the knowledge agent to communicate the information that helps you make the right decision now. Welcome to the Market Madness with the closer, Walter Davis. Hey guys, welcome back to Market Madness. It's your favorite real estate agent, Walter Davis, also known as the closer here in Houston, Texas. And I wanted to talk a little bit today about getting your pre-approval letter. You know, we talk about financing, we talk about how important that is. We want to do that before we go shopping. And if you a couple of videos ago, we talked a little bit about credit and things of those nature, but let's really talk about why the pre-approval letter is so important. And the reason why is for two reasons. First off, as a seller, I believe that you're serious and that you're qualified to buy my home by having a pre-approval letter. If you don't have a pre-approval letter, most sellers don't even want you to come in their house because they don't know if you can buy it. And, you know, I always say, put yourself in their shoes for a moment and think if you were selling your home, would you want somebody to walk in the door that you weren't even sure whether or not they could buy the home? That's why it's so important to have that letter. But it also, more importantly, I think it's important to have that letter because it gives you confidence and it gives you a list, a budget. It tells you exactly how much the bank is going to give you to shop for your house. This is important because in many cases, why shop for a house at $275,000 or $300,000 and the bank's only going to give you $225,000 or $230,000? So this allows you to find homes that fit your needs within the parameters of what you and your family have discussed, and your agent, of course, to get you in that right home at the right price. This is important too, you know, and making a third point on this is that it also lays out the groundwork for the agent. It helps us as real estate agents know where we can bring in those parameters for you, where we can find the soft spot and find the right home for you. Because there's nothing like wasting your time. You don't want to waste your time. The agent doesn't want to waste their time. And that's important because you might miss out on the perfect house if you're looking at a house down the street that's out of your budget anyway, you know, so then why do it? So I want to give you a couple of quick points on that and tell you like what is it that they're looking for in the pre-approval letter, like to get yourself ready. So if you're trying to get yourself ready to get pre-approved, because some people aren't ready to buy a home right now, but you want to know where you are. There's some things that's important for you. You got to know your credit. The lender is going to pull your credit, and it's going to be a hard pull, as we like to call. No matter where your credit is at this point in time, it is important for you to understand what is entailed in credit. How does that algorithm work? I actually have a video for that. But more importantly, you want to know where your FICO scores are and where you can improve. Because once we look at those scores, as you'll find out, there's certain criteria that will qualify you for other great benefits. For example, a lower interest rate or a down payment assistance grant, you know, things, incentives. You know, there's certain things that based on where your credit scores are, you're going to be able to take advantage of to really save money. Second thing, you want to know where your finances are. I want to know how much money I'm making. So how much is my income and how much is going out? So how much is my expenses? What is my car note? What is those things like that? That's going to give you a good idea of how much money you have left over. Because at the end of this, when you buy a home, it's all based off of percentages, okay, in regards to the program, financing program that the lender takes advantage of. Lastly, you want to make sure that not only do you know your income, not only know how much you're spending, not only do you know how much credit you have and where you are in regards to your credit, but you also want to have the right mindset that you are ready to be a homeowner. Sometimes you don't know, you know, but if you're tired of living in an apartment and listening to everybody in the walls and never having a parking space and all those things, paying the same amount in rent that you would pay in a mortgage, then being a homeowner is the thing to do. If you're renting from someone else, and I'm not saying that there's a time and a place for renting, but what I am saying is if you're paying rent to someone else and it's the same amount of money that you could pay in a mortgage, why would you pay their mortgage off instead of paying your own mortgage off? Yeah, I'm gonna let you think about that for a second. Why would you pay someone else's mortgage off than paying your own mortgage off and getting the benefits of that? So the pre-approval letter, let's just cut to the chase because my time is running out here and I'm getting a little long-winded. I could talk about this all day. But those first steps is once you get with your lender and we talk, we're going to hand you off to a couple different lenders. We'll recommend a couple lenders to you. Use the lender that you're most comfortable with. They're going to send you an application, whether it be on paper or online, and they're going to have you fill this out. When you fill out this application completely, you need to have three things. I can say it's the magic of two. The magic of two things of three is you got to have your 2 bank statements, your 2 pay stubs, and your last 2 years of W-2s or taxes. That's going to help the lender qualify you faster, okay? And once you get all that stuff into them, they will be able to go through this entire process and information that I just spewed to you on this video. Hopefully you learned something. Come back and check me out again. Definitely subscribe. I'll be giving videos throughout. This is part of March Madness where I'm trying to really show people and educate you on what the next steps are in buying a home or selling a home, especially during this time of the COVID-19 pandemic. Be safe, be healthy, go out and reach out and help somebody when you can. And I look forward to seeing you next time on, I almost said March Madness again, on Market Madness here with The Closer. You guys have a great day and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.